Hey all. I got into Logroño on Holy Saturday or Easter Eve, upgraded to a hostel, and I also made some arrangements for a bike rental. I've been riding a bike. Well, riding a bike was always going to be a need, and riding a bike for a portion of this adventure is the only way I can complete the journey in my allotted time, which I've got 30 days. I'm finding out that bikes require a different set of muscles, the most important of which turned out to be my backside. Sitting on a bike for 50 kilometers a day has been an adjustment. So from Logroño, I went to Najira, Santo Domingo de la Cazalda, Villafranca, Montes de Oca, Villafranca, Tardeos, and then I landed in Frómista last night, which that should be day 12. And these were just the villages that I stayed in overnight. There were plenty of other villages that I passed through, but these were the key ones where I spent the night. So prior to Tardeos, I spent a few hours in Burgos. Burgos has a massive cathedral that was established around 1200. It's massive. It's just remarkable. There are tours and events that are organized, but I didn't have time for a tour. But the cathedral in Burgos is somewhere worth a return visit. So yesterday I had breakfast in Hontanas, and then I stopped for lunch and a bike charge in Boadilla del Camino. These establishments along the way are really accommodating to Pellegrinos. I've stopped on 2 different occasions to eat and charge the bike, and each time it was never an issue. So the bike's a different vibe. It isn't as meditative as walking, but for me it's necessary. So in a few days I'll make arrangements to ship the bike back, and I'll finish the journey on foot. I'll toss on a few of the videos from the past couple of days and some of the pics. So today I'm making my way. I've got a 50-kilometer ride and then another rest. So have a great day. See ya. All right, these were the accommodations for Logroño. I stepped out of the room this morning for just a little bit. Not exactly roughing it. So this is downtown Logroño. Not exactly the scenic piece, but I think it's considered the historic district. It's been a rainy day in Logroño. It was a rest day for me, so I sat in a room and rested my Achilles, booked some reservations, and then came out for the day to have a burger, some wine, and now I need to go get my credential stamped. So when you hike the Camino de Santiago, twice a day you're intended to stop and get a stamp on what is known as your passport or your credential. And then as you finish up the day or finish up the trip, you get an official, Christ, I don't even know what it's called. We'll call it a diploma, but it's not a diploma. I think it's your final credential. So, working through that today. Then I go in a couple of hours and finalize the bike that I'm gonna rent for a few days to give my leg a rest, and then prepare for the last 2/3 of the trip. So, there you go. Okay. It is Easter Sunday, and the Achilles feels better after a day's rest, but I can't sit any longer. So I was always going to rent the bike. We've just moved that timing up a little bit. So this is the new look, and I have no idea how far I'm going to go today. It's already made, so I'm going to go ahead and get to the first location, see how that feels, and I may continue on from there. So, journey continues. Downtown Navarrete, absolutely worth the climb up the hill. Pretty bad rain in that direction. That is a potential route, but it is one that takes you through Ventosa, which I don't need another. I don't need the alternate route. So we're going to stay on the main route and keep moving forward. So we are in wine country, clearly. The views are really stunning. This bike has been an absolute blessing. I feel a little bit like I'm cheating. As you make up some quick time, you'll do 50 kilometers in a day instead of 25 or 30. You could probably do more. But first day, I think it's somewhere around 50 kilometers I'll do. So certainly makes the trip faster, and I need to make up some time or I won't make my 30-day journey. So that's part of it. All right, good morning. Today I'm leaving from Najara. It's I got on the road about 7:30. Today is supposed to be partly sunny, but it's really overcast where I'm at. So I've got about a 3-hour ride. It says a 3-hour ride. I'm gonna call it 5 because I'm gonna take some breaks. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Should be dry, so we'll see how it goes. Not a bad way to start the morning. I'm not sure where Najera is. I think it's a second town back off in the distance, I believe. So there's Santo Domingo de Calzada? Yeah. And the views. And a nice little spot for a break. Granion. So this is the view leaving Granion. It is amazing. Get a nice ride down and you can see on the other side Camino continues. Fairly flat. Buen Camino. So this is the church in Belorado. This is pretty typical of what I've seen. It's beautiful. here you can get your stamp for your credential. Well, these are my accommodations for tonight. This is more like it. It's about 6 p.m. Got in around, I don't know, 3:30 or 4. And dinner is served here at 7. I'm going to go into town here and see if I can scrounge up some clothes. I'd like at least one more shirt that's warm. I deliberately packed light. There's a joke there, but I intended to pack light, and I'm having trouble with laundry. So this hotel has no laundry facilities. So I'm double checking on tomorrow's situation, but I cannot stand to wear the clothes that I've been wearing because the 2 shirts that I wear to keep me warm stink badly. So working on that. But yeah, great day today. Made great progress, 56 kilometers. And I've got the trip planned out. I've booked my train from Santiago to Madrid, hotel at the airport in Madrid. I fly out early on the 10th. I get home at noon. So just making plans to finish up the last couple of weeks of the trip and get plugged back into this activity of walking here, hopefully in a few days once my ankle heals and get off this bike. But enjoying everything for now. See you soon. Okay, going down was awesome. Coming up, that's awesome. And there's a creek in the bottom. And my pack fell off, which one of the bungee cords broke. So anyway, we adapted and now we're gonna get back on the trail to Burgos. Okay, bike's making great time, but it is, it is a muddy mess on the trail. So that'll be something I have to clean up. Stopped here hoping to get Pellegrino stamp, but there is no one around. So just keep moving towards Burgos. Welcome to Burgos. Just got into Burgos. Went to the information booth to get stamped and stopped here at the cathedral. The video doesn't do it justice. This thing is massive. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not comfortable leaving my pack and all my stuff out here. So I think I'm gonna forego any formal time going through the chapel for a tour. I'm gonna go find a bike shop, have some coffee, get some more gear, and keep making my way to the next stop.